Because just because a Pokemon forgets it doesn't mean that they completely forget it. Like, you should be able to change out your movesets regardless. You know? Yeah, the learn sets are great. It's in my head, no, in my heart, it's speaking to me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me, then. Almighty Sinnoh, I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me, you hold the red chain. Try to catch me, then, for the fight to come. Oh, thanks for 10 Ultra Balls. Appreciate that, homie. That boss fight was hard because I had no idea what to do. Yeah, the Arcanine one was hard. Alright. So, in theory, there should be Palkia coming out of here. I do kind of hope that the new games have a way of doing... I definitely agree. Yep, definitely Palkia. Red chain. Well, way to go, Red Chain. You really helped us out there, homie. Alright. Is this a Pokemon battle? Okay, it's an actual Pokemon battle. Okay. Alright, let's go, Lucario. Come on. We got ourselves a Palkia. Oh, you're just gonna start straight out with Strong Style. Oh, God, I'm dead. Well, so much for leading with Lucario. Alright, let's go with Gallade then. You gonna hope. Yep, now I can battle Palkia. Let's do Leaf Blade. Because it should be neutral. And then we're going to Leaf Blade again. Perfect. Aqua Tail, and you miss. Alright, we're going to... Okay, Agile Style won't affect me any. And we're going to Ultra Ball. Just making sure you didn't spontaneously drop dead for Palkia's pressure. Yeah. Let's go! Easy catch. Palkia in the bag. But now, with Palkia gone, Dialga has free reign. The red chain's been shattered, but we still got the Pokemon of the Lakes to thank for getting us this far. Well done, Dragon. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled, and you caught your way to a simply stunning victory. You are truly the pride of the Survey Corps. Looks like I taught him well. I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me in my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. The power fails. The frenzied one. It comes now to fight. That is why I am here. You're telling me that there's another one? The red chain smashed to bits. There's no way Dragon could tackle another Pokemon as strong as the last one. I'm gonna assume that this one's Dialga. Yep. Hi, Dialga. Dialga's kind of angry. All of you, we must vacate it. Forget the fancy talk. Book it. Come on, we gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other Almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. But Commander, we can't just leave it here. You dunce. You won't be any use to anyone if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get gone. I mean, he's fair. Such dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Dragon. And did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems like likely a buildup of that same energy was what caused that strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into their frenzied states. So our two clans were truly following different almighty Sinnoh, but both were real. What a shocking turn of events. To say nothing of the shock in hearing the commander speak so differently. I must apologize from the bottom of my heart to both of you as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You could never abandon your trust in Dragon. And to you, Dragon, you acted on ill-considered presumptions that drove you from the Galaxy Expedition Team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. Despite all that, you strove to save all of Hisui. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act as you did. Commander, might I suggest that we return to the matter at hand? We left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell in the past, huh? Just what I expect from a real scientist. A dependable attitude, indeed. Let us move on. No need to speak of further of my rash actions. Not to mention my loss of composure. It seems that having Dragon has been a good influence on all. It's only natural. Dragon is strong enough to even defeat this new opponent single-handedly. Oh, slow down. Did you forget about that the red chain broke? We'll be alright. Armed with the knowledge of mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia? That Pokemon that talked to you? Yeah, it told me its name. And that's not all. It also told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning, the Chain of Red, the Vessel of Humankind's intervention, unite these three and the calm of chaos now disturbing the flow of time. Yeah, we could have. And then Almighty Palkia must go back with us to the temple, it said. Well, that Chain of Red is in pieces now, but if little bits will do, I can gather those. And the Vessel of Humankind's invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. That's gotta be it then. What are the Stone of Creation's beginning? Leon might have an idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals. He even goes digging for ore sometimes. Is that so? Then Warden Leon will be a fine source of consult. And what are your thoughts, Professor Laventon? Do you have any idea what this stone could be? Pomora, perhaps I do. Dragon, my boy, would you lend me those plates you received from Weirdeer and the others? And the ones that Volo said had a message engraved upon them. Yeah, all my plates. Just so I remember, here on the back of the Earth plate, it says, when the universe was created, really, my OBS is disconnecting. Hang on. I gotta wait for my... Okay. It's like the second time that OBS has done that. Okay. We're good now. A little bit of a thing. I don't know why my OBS is disconnecting and reconnecting, but we're good. Don't you see? We must search for a stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares some of the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe that young Lian might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he had been investigating it at Olo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the Diamond Settlement asking about these plates before. This seems like a lead worth following. It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore. Irida, maybe ask for your clan's aid once more. Of course, I'll call Leanne to the summit camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation never came, so I decided to honor you all with my unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adaman, I see all of these louts have their little task to be getting on with. What of the great Melee? Where is my role in all of this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show us a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me my job, great leader Adaman, and make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hint. Oh, Adaman, oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they're suited for and work they're not. Oh, before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Team Galaxy Grunt. Galaxy Grunt. Ah, get it? Galaxy Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. Just a way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. Jesus. Don't crush yourself under all of that ego, my guy. I brought Leanne. That ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one who's consulted for my wisdom. Hisui ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with that, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in a battle? With that bumbling ball of yours? Excuse me? That bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it now? Melly, give it a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam, man, everyone back home is all worked up because the Pearl Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh or Palkia or whatever. Do you want them to hog all the glory? Warden Leanne, if you would. Certainly. Behold, two suitably over-dramatic, passionate people trying to get drama out of each other. Exactly. Certainly. Let us set out at once. We make for the primeval grotto. Okay, primeval grotto. I'm pretty sure that's here, right? Yeah, that's here. Yep, right there. Well, there's an Alpha Luxio right next to an Alpha Luxray. Jesus. And those are Glygars. Here's my cave entrance, right next to the Alpha Probopass. Yoop. 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 Run! 2 alphas for press 1 grandma. Not my grandma. I figured I could find Bonsai here. What a curious cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself had created this very place. What do you think, Leanne? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of Sligo's moves, I think you better leave the extraction work to us, wouldn't you say? We're going to... Oh, no. Oh, my God. It's these 3 again. Oh, come on. Who's there? We don't have time to waste with... Clover? We haven't seen you since you walked down the clan. Where have you been all this time? I don't have to tell you nothing. Look, you can carry on digging at the treasure you're after, and then you'll give it to us. I don't know if you even look surprised. It's not as if you were hard to follow. What you seek may be as precious as treasure, but this isn't as valuable as it is. We need it to restore that awful sky to normal. That earnest goody two-shoes act of yours is what made me leave the Pearl Clan in the first place. Enough. I don't care why any of you ran off to play bandit. I won't let you get in Leanne's way. There are 3 of you and 3 of us. Dragon, you take charm. Sure, because I take the leader anyway. I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our path. I am the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm. Especially in this, the battle of a lifetime. Yeah, pretty much all three of them represent each team. Right on. Oh, perfect thing I led with Lucario. Sweet. You don't outspeed. Take this Aura Sphere, baby. Goodbye, Rhydon. And who's left? Gengar. Yeah, you missed the hypnosis. I love how Gengar looks up. And I hate you. So much I hate you. Why? Thank you, Lucario, for crunching. Goodbye, Gengar. I couldn't figure out who Charm was the ancestor of. I can't figure it out either. He's Bertha's ancestor? Makes sense. Oh, you're rather formidable. Yeah, because I O-code you in 2 moves. Come on, Clover, why don't you come back to the Pro Clan? Times are changing, we're changing, and we could really use someone as strong as you are. Are you joking? I've got no interest in living back at that place with all the stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep your treasure this time, but you better do something about that sky. You're as strong as ever, Dragon. Maybe you can really do something about that monstrous creature at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. At first, I thought maybe Fatima. Yeah, that means. I mean, that would make sense. Honestly, those three. What did they even come for here anyway? Oh, I'll heal up everyone's Pokemon. Agatha makes more sense, in my opinion. That coin that I remember and never hesitated to help someone in need, even if she grossed as though she did. I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanted to help. They should have just said so. What a pain they are hiding behind that attitude. I was able to extract some of that origin aura, whatever you wish to call it, I suppose. I suppose it better go with you, Dragon. I love Sliggoo. It's so adorable. I do think it's funny that the ancestor of the gym leader runs around with the ancestor of the Galaxy Team admin. Yep, pretty much. Alright, so we got that. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply failed to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. I knew we could count on you, Leanne. No wonder Cleaver recognized you as a worthy warden. Let's hurry back to Mr. Professor and show him what we got. That Laviton's got sound judgment plus knowledge to spare despite his silly streak. Alright, so we can now... Nope, wrong thing. That button. We can just use this. Teleport back. Hello, Professor. So this is the Stone of Creation's beginning, the Origin Aura. Yes, one can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin itself? I've been meaning to ask you since you brought that up, but what the origin of what exactly? Of everything, by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl. Now then, back to Jubilife Village. You could have just told me to meet you back in Jubilife. I don't know why I had to go back up the mountain and then back down. I think the fast travel points are fine. Alright, Mr. Professor, it's all in pieces now, but this is what's left of the red chain. Splendid. Even in pieces, I think we'll find it still fit perfectly on purpose. We're jolly lucky you had the foresight to pick these broken bits back up at the temple. Your turn, Dragon. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. Hand it over the Origin Aura. The fragments of the red chain collected at the great personal rest by the Diamond Clan, then the Stone of Creation's beginning, which we learned only thanks to the Pearl Clan, and now it's time for the Galaxy team to play its part and turn these items into a proper vessel. Akari, my girl, you were one of the team's greatest craftspeople. Can I ask you to do the honors? This is my true battlefield, Dragon, even if it be safe indoors. Rowlet is just sitting in the tree watching over your shoulder. Yeah, pretty much. He's just like... Come on, Mr. Professor, I wish they would hurry it up in there. I'm starting to suspect that all you're prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. If sitting back and actually waiting does actually solve things, I'd sit forever, because that'd be using time well, unlike this. We've done a dragon. It's complete. I dub it the Origin Ball. If the message conveyed to our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. Ah, yes. A red Pokeball. These Pokemon of yours are full of wonder. To think that the fate of all Hisui could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these brings the two of you closer together. Behold, the birth of a Pokeball that the Nintendo company uses for event Pokemon. Yup. Wait, please, I hear something. That voice is speaking in my mind again. You mean Palkia? Yes, it appears that Mighty Palkia is willing to lend its own strength to us in battle. That's what I like to hear. The Pro Clan's almighty Sinnoh, well, I guess I should call it Palkia, is one fierce Pokemon. Everything's ready now, Dragon. Take the orange ball and hurry back to Temple of Sinnoh together with Palkia. Let's do it. Let's do it. We got ourselves a Dialga to catch. Alright, so it says we need to take Palkia with us, so let's go get Palkia. Oh my god, that thing is huge! Look at my Gibble! My Gibble is so adorable! Look at him! I think my name is Gibble. I love Gibble. So bad news, I mean, I don't think it's really bad news because I actually like Palkia. So let's see, if I'm gonna have to fight against Dialga, I'm gonna need fighting and ground in order to combat his steel. Icicle Crash might not be too bad. I think the only one that actually wouldn't help would probably be Gallade. Gallade might be the only one that can't really help in this fight. But pretty much everybody else is pretty much solid. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that for now. Alright. Here you are, Lost One, ready to face? It seems a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. Oh, well said. Now, hearken to my words, young one. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you encounter at the Temple of Sinnoh is Dialga, the ruler of all time. If it is allowed to run wild, time itself would twist and bend here in Hisui, and eventually the very world may be broken. But you have the aid of its counterpart, Palkia, the ruler of space, and therein lies hope. The balance will be brought to time and space, and the world once again will be as it should. Now take Palkia at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. I mean, that was kind of the plan. I must say, this is quite an intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has to offer. Excuse me, but this isn't a time for shopping. Well, I hardly have time to shop if the world ends, will it, young man? Fair point. Alright, Dragon, once you're ready, feel free to set out. We make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. We got this. We got this. Alright, so we're going to go there, and we're going to go Summit Camp. Let's get ourselves a Dialga, baby! I'm still wondering when I'm going to end up fighting Giratina. I really think Giratina was the one that is causing all this issue. Hello, Luxray. Hello. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, come on. I had enough of a space between you and me. again, you're here. Just a boy I've been waiting for. I know you can buy various things at Sunshine at base camp, but I thought it might be helpful if I set up here closer to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see into the world of Lith and Legend. I'd probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. But once you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokemon. I've got no doubt you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat little bow before I could possibly be in any danger. Oh, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much, Pika. All right. For so long, I thought I had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilife Village. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy the Pokemon of the temple, I felt it was my own path. But you showed me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, Recruit? Let's go. You got Num-Nums? It's very nice. Very special Num-Nums. Dragon, in all of vast space, your place has found us. What in the world does that mean? It's a Pearl Clan saying. It reminds us that occasions we must arise to are also stages that we must prove ourselves, where we might shine our brightest. So basically you're saying not to feel nervous. I'm starting to see the appeal of how you Pearl Clan people think, in some situations anyway. We will support you in every way we can, though I doubt you'll need it. Dragon, protect Hisui and her people, protect time and space for her Pokemon. Alright. We got Popeyes? Very nice.